Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Rogue ST Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Jackson, and this is your Golf Central update. Well, first things first, let's take a look at the final leaderboard from the Alfred Dunhill Links Championship in Scotland. It was 35-year-old Ryan Fox who walked away with a one-stroke victory on the old course at St Andrews over Callum Shinkwin and Alex Noren. Rory McIlroy put on a Sunday charge, fine around 66, but it just wasn't quite enough. So let's hear from the winner, New Zealand's Ryan Fox.
Ryan, your second win of the season has come at this iconic venue in a marquee championship with your mum and dad watching. What does this mean to you?
It means a lot. To be honest, the only person I can really think of at the moment is Warnie. He meant a lot to me in this event, and was a great mate, and it's a terrible shame he's not here, but I'm going to enjoy celebrating this one with the family.
Did you feel his presence out there? You said you hoped he was with you?
Yeah, there was definitely some luck out there. I was pretty nervy the last 3 holes. I didn't hit very good shots, to be honest, down 16, 17, 18, but he was definitely helping out. That putt on 15, the tee shot on 16 could have quite easily kept going and it stayed in, and he was definitely out there with me today.
You started the day 4 behind. You were 3 ahead after 12 holes, 6 under for the day. It did get tight towards the end. Tell us what you were thinking, what you were feeling as those last few were unfolding.
It's just trying not to make mistakes. I knew where I was, and it's a hard golf course to do that. It's almost an easy golf course when you're chasing. You feel like you've got some chances, and a bad shot's really penal those last 5 holes. And as bad as it sounds, I was just trying not to hit really bad shots, and thankfully I got away with it for the most part.
You started the year 213th in the world rankings. You're now projected to 25th. You will be making your Masters debut in April. How excited about that possibility?
I haven't had a chance to think about that yet, but I'm sure I'll get a few messages about it tonight. That'll be, unreal. Words can't describe anything at the moment, to be honest.
And in position to potentially be the #1 player on this tour, challenging Rory McIlroy, because you're now, I think, in 2nd or 3rd place in the DP World Tour rankings. So how excited about the possibility of going there with challenging to be the #1?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was a goal at the start of the year, but it was certainly a goal after the mid part of the season. And it's been a tough couple of weeks, and it was nice to find some form again. And hopefully I can challenge Rory at the back end of the year. And I don't even know what to say, to be honest.
Well, over on the LPGA, ultimately it was England's Charley Hull who shot a final round 7 under 64 on Sunday at the Ascendant LPGA, benefiting Volunteers of America. Shi Yulin finished just 1 back as she continues to look for her first LPGA victory in over 200 tour starts, and Lydia Ko 3rd, also in the mix. But Sunday belonged to Hull as she waited almost 6 years for her 2nd career LPGA Tour win and finally got it done on Sunday.
I just think at the end of the day it's just a sport, and you're not going to die if you hit a bad shot, and just go out there and have fun. And that's basically what I do. And I get bored if I don't go for pins, and then when I get bored I don't play as good. So if I just go to pins, keep myself on my toes, make a few birdies, and I find it interesting and exciting, and then that's when I usually play my best golf.
You're now the 6th English woman to have more than 2 wins at least on the LPGA Tour, joining friend Georgia Hall and joining some pretty impressive names.
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
Yeah, it feels really good, especially to see Georgia. She's like my best friend on the 18th green, and she sprayed me with a bottle of champagne or whatever it was, and it was just really cool, especially after seeing her win like the British Open and then in Portland a couple of years ago. It kind of spurs you on, and it's good how we can kind of push each other, because we hang out a lot off the golf course, so it's just good.
How have you kept your patience up?
I've actually had some good results this year. I've had a very similar season to my 2016 season, and I'm actually happy that I've got a couple of events left as well, because I felt like in that 2016 season, if I had a few more, I could have pushed on. So yeah, it's all exciting, but I don't really think too much. At the end of the day, as I said, it's just a game, and you've got one life, and go out there and enjoy it.
This tournament is known for having a lot of Texas winners, Texas residents. Obviously, probably not going to move to Texas,
no.
But how does it feel to join that list and get some cowboy boots?
Exactly, it's pretty cool. I actually said to my sister last week, I want some cowboy boots, but it's pretty good that I've ended up winning some, so that's handy. But it's quite funny, the first time I ever come to America, I played in Texas. I played in the Texas Open. I think I was 9 or 10 years old. So it's good to be back, and I've got family and cousins in Galveston, and in Houston, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
So you heard in those post-round comments, Charley Hull adds her name to an impressive list. She becomes just the 6th multi-time winner on the LPGA from England. The great Laura Davies, of course, with 20, far and away the most. But you also see our colleague Karen Stupples with 2, and Hull's Solheim Cup teammate Georgia Hall with 2 as well. Well, speaking of snapping winning droughts, MacKenzie Hughes of Canada is your winner over at the Sanderson Farms Championship, prevailing through a playoff over Sepp Straka. Garrett Hugo of South Africa, final round 68. He finished in 3rd. And Mark Hubbard, who had the 54-hole lead, ultimately wasn't enough to get the trophy. So let's hear from Hughes after his first PGA Tour win in more than 2,100 days.
Yeah, the second one felt harder. Because I've had to wait a lot longer for it. The first one came in my 5th tournament as a PGA Tour member, so I felt like, oh man, this is going to be easy. I'm going to be able to rack off a few of these, and it's been 6 years since I did that, so it feels unbelievable. And like you said, I feel like I didn't need the validation, but it's nice to be a 2-time winner instead of a 1-time winner, and I hope to add to that tally.
Can you just talk us through your winning putt, and then also a lot of people were noticing before the putt actually goes in, you're already like celebrating, have a fist pump. Just tell us about the putt and the reaction as well.
Unaware of that, I didn't realize at what point I started celebrating, but I knew about a foot out that it was going right in the middle, and that was like the best feeling in the world. But the putt itself, was really straight. And I was kind of fortunate in that in regulation, I had about a 3.5 footer from the little left of that. And then on the first playoff hole, I had about a 5 footer from just right of that. And I felt like I was right in the middle of those two. And in regulation, I felt like my putt was going a little bit right. The first playoff hole was going a hair left. And then this one was really straight. So again, felt fortunate that I had landed in that spot where I was comfortable with the read, felt like I was confident in what it was going to do. And, I played it right in the middle of the hole and it went dead straight. So that was pretty sweet.
Was there any extra feel this week after the President's Cup and not being picked, or did that not really pertain?
No, I don't know if it's extra fuel, but it was disappointing, and it, I guess you could say it was fuel, because I definitely worked a little harder after that, and felt like that was a team I really, really, really badly wanted to be on, and I felt like I could have been a good help there. And I totally respected Trevor's decision to go the direction he went. And the team, there wasn't a weak link on that team. There was 12 great players, and they had a really tough opponent in the U.S. But I still cheered like hell for them to pull it off. But I'm definitely motivated from Montreal, and I don't want to have to let that come to a captain's pick next time when that comes around.
So amazing timing here. In a span of about 16 hours back in 2016, both Hull and Hughes won their first LPGA and PGA Tour tournaments. And then in a complete coincidence, neither of them had won again on tour until this Sunday night. Almost 6 years between victories, and the winning scores nearly identical. What are the odds? That was your Golf Central update. Thank you, as always, for watching.